What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be diving on into Necesse. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, in all honesty. I'm not super sure on the pronunciation of the game, but it's an open-world survival crafting adventure game that we're going to be going on through. From what I've played so far, it's not much of a looker, but there does seem to be quite a bit of content there. So anyways, if you've gone through like Minecraft, and you've gone through Terraria, and you've gone through, you know, Craft the World, and you've gone through Field of Snow and all those kinds of games, and you're a big survival fan like I am, this might be one worth diving on into. So let's start a new world. We've got a character right here. We can rotate the character a little bit to see what he's going to look like. I would like to have shaved head, I think. I keep my head shaved, so that seems like a pretty good idea. We change our eye color. I guess I'll have like brown eyes for right now. There we go. That looks good. We can change our skin color if we wanted to, but I feel like he's about as pale as I am. We can change our shirt color. Kind of cool. Get some greens rocking. I do like the color green. So I think I'm going to get the green locked on in. And then in order to make brown, I think we got to like bring, I guess I could make like some white shoes, but I'm pretty sure if we go in like this, we should be able to get some brown shoes rocking. There we go. Brown shoes. We got to save our, we got to name our world. We're going to name our world Ultra Cuddle. Sounds good. Alright, so here we are in the middle of a forest, walking around, just being by ourselves. There's some kind of wizard just hanging out in his house. He's come outside. I guess we could give him a... You ever have that awkward moment, like, in your neighborhood where, like, you see your neighbor, like, in their driveway as you're coming down your driveway? And, like, you both look at each other, like, expectantly, but, like, neither of you really knows what to say because, like, you live in a tiny radius with each other every single day of your entire lives, but you have, like, nothing in common, so you're just like, hey, how's it going? And they're like, hey, how's it going? And then you never talk again. It's weird, right? It's weird that we don't, like, know our neighbors or talk to our neighbors. And, you know, our neighbor happens to be a wizard, which I think makes it even less common, the things that we would share with one another. I don't know. He probably knows a lot about shooting fireballs. I know a lot about drinking fireball. It's kind of similar, but not really the same thing. Let's chop down some trees real fast. The game wants us to make a torch. So I will do that as soon as possible. It looks like we're picking up some saplings and some logs. I do think the UI should maybe be resized. The UI feels kind of small to me right now. Let me look and see if there's an option to make the UI a little bit bigger. It looks like there is not an option to resize the UI. On a 1920 by 1080 monitor right now, I can say that this stuff is kind of tiny right here. You can see what's going on, but I've got bad eyesight, so I'd like to be able to maybe have control over the UI scale a little bit, make it a little bit, tiny bit larger. Let's make some torches. They're right here in our inventory by pressing the E key. So there you go. We got torches now. We can set up light fixtures. We can also talk to the wizard now. I've only seen a demon in my life, and luckily I made it out alive. We can ask him pretty much about anything that we want. Settlements are player-made villages. To start one, craft a settlement flag and place it down. Rooms and buildings will then start to be populated with NPCs, depending on the owner of the settlement. Other people can force move in settlers they have access to on public settlements. Okay, so we can kill bosses and progress to unlock more NPCs. Well, we have this guy already, a worm bait, huh? Okay, I don't know if a worm fell out of a tree or whatever, but it might not be the worst idea for us to just kind of like clear cut all the trees out here. I do appreciate the fact that the trees chop down pretty quickly. I don't like it when games like you start out and you've got like the wooden axe or like the copper axe or whatever the worst axe is, and it takes you like 10 trillion chops to knock down the tree, but you gotta kill like 50 trees in order to even like get started in the game. It's one of those things that it just, I'm like, I don't wanna, please no. We can make a workstation. Let's do that. Yeah, there's a workstation right there. It's a workbench that's gonna give us access to a lot more stuff. We can make some wooden floors, we can make some wooden doors, we can make some wooden walls. We can do all kinds of little things inside of here. Let's go ahead and make some walls. I'm gonna make a house first, just in case this game is hostile, because I honestly have no idea. Like everything else I do in life, this game is completely and totally blind, so we're just gonna have to figure it out as we go. It looks like the buildings attach pretty well. They're not fighting me or anything, so it looks like all the walls are going in pretty easy peasy. Looks good to me, yeah. I'll probably go chop some wood after this, just to make sure that we've got enough stuff to really get settled on in and get started. But yeah, we got a couple of blocks left. I'll take that. I'll probably knock out one of these walls too so we can have multiple rooms in our little house. But we managed to get that inside too. Can I break that? I can break it and I can replace it. That really, really pleases me. I was a tiny bit worried that it was going to be stuck there forever. There you go. So we've got our workbench. Let me chop some more trees so that we have some more raw resources to get going with. All right, so I have a few more resources in hand. So we should be able to do something interesting around here. Either we can make ourselves some more tools, or we can kind of dive on into the crafting menu and just see what's in here from basic wood stuff. It looks like we can make a pickaxe. I think that's a really good idea, so let's make one of those. I'm going to take that book and throw it in the back. We've got a shovel. I don't really know what I'm going to use a shovel for, but damn it, we're going to get a shovel. We've got a wooden spear and a wooden bow. Let's go with the spear, I guess. I like spears. I like spears quite a lot. So now it looks like we're kind of developing on out. We can make a leather shirt if we can find ourselves something to make it out of. We've also got storage boxes, which I think is pretty rad. I'll put down a storage box like right... dude, it's not... Hold on, it's not facing the right way. It inherits whatever facing you give it. So if you're facing downwards, it'll be facing downwards. That's effectively how you rotate items. I am really glad to see that our crafting items, like our pickaxes and whatnot, do not have durability. I really, really like that. There's nothing worse than having to recraft your tools like every 8 to 9 seconds because they keep breaking. Just not a fan of it. Not a fan of it at all. What is this right here? That is pheromone. Pheromone? I don't know. Pheromone? I'm not really sure what it is. It looks like we can go down to a dungeon or something over here. Dare we? All right, let's go look inside the dungeon. Like, I have to. All right, so we've got torches. That means I can put these down, and we can kind of just sort of, like, illuminate this place, make it a little bit brighter and easier to see. Can I cross over water? Oh, I can. Nice. I kind of dig that. It looks like there's more ores or something over here that we can get our hands on. Yeah, for making gear or something. So that's pretty sweet. I'm also really, really down with that idea. Let's see here. What is that, copper? Nice. Okay, I'll take it. I don't know, like, this is one of those weird games in that, like, it's got all the core pieces on in there. It's just the art style, you can tell, is very utilitarian. I definitely think that the game would benefit from, like, a fresh coat of paint or the hiring of, like, an artist or something like that to really spruce up some of the little sprites and some of the little wall textures and whatnot, make it, like, pop in comparison. I've talked about this quite a few times, but really the problem with the indie genre right now is there's a lot of indie developers out there, and while that's a good thing, it's also a bad thing, because in a way, if you're releasing a game to the internet at the moment, expectations are going to be very, very high, because almost in every single case, you are competing against other established members of the genre that have already had years and years of work on their title, and, you know, a cogent art style, and everything all drawn together with the same eye for design, and like a really, really nice UI, because they were able to hire a UI developer and whatnot with the money that they made. And so what you really kind of run into a lot of the time is that you're releasing against people that have products that are just, like, better. And so you really want everything to be, like, as good looking as it can possibly be. But I understand that it's not always possible, which is why I've always kind of been the sort of guy who gives these little games a shot. Ooh, I do like that combat. That combat feels pretty... Oh, well, it felt pretty good until I got struck in the face. Zombies seem to be kind of angry at me right now. I'm gonna kill him off real fast. I do like how they disassemble when you kill him. Spear seems to be doing a pretty good job. Ooh, a map fragment. Nice. I don't know what that does, but we have it now. We got some coins. We got some iron bars from out of there. A few torches that we picked up inside of... Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna make some more torches. I get the feeling we're gonna need lots of them in the same way that we need lots of them in Minecraft, in the same way that we need lots of them when we play, like, Terraria. So there we go. We'll throw that on in there. We've got ourselves some more, what is that, a map fragment, combine 2 in order to get an entire map. Nice. And then we've got, use this to trade with villages. Okay. There's a room right here. It's got a treasure chest inside of it. I think we should go investigate that. I do find the movement to be a tiny bit sluggish, but it's possible that as we get further on into the game, and maybe as we level up or we find items, we may start moving a little bit faster. And so in order to, like, really have that denote that your character has advanced, you want them to start out feeling kind of slow. Oh, I can get free wood walls from down in here too, huh? What does the shovel do? Does it dig up floors? Yeah, we could get a rock floor for our house to make it look a little nicer. What's inside of here? We've got a blood bolt, a crafting material, shoots a homing projectile, magic damage 13. We got a speed potion, got a copper bar. Hold on a second, I gotta fight this zombie. I'm trying to look at my loot, and he's just trying to mess up the entire equation. We got some torches, and we got some bombs. I'll take all of it. I'll also bring this back with me so that I don't need to spend money in order to, or I don't have to spend materials in order to get more storage space. Let's keep an eye on this over here. Ooh, it's a vampire bat. Okay. and a bunch of Zambos that really don't have anything nice to say to us. We're too slow to really deal with these guys right now. I believe the vampire bat is haphazardly... Ow! We're getting okay. We're getting wailed on. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta get on out of here until we got some better equipment. That's just like facts. All right, straight to the ladder. Is the vampire almost dead? I was gonna say a spear, if it's made out of wood, is basically the same thing as a stake. All right, we gotta go. Let's get out of here. So we're back up onto the surface. We got chewed on pretty good down there. Whether or not we're safe tonight is really gonna depend on whether or not like threats start to come knocking. Now that nighttime has fallen. Yeah, and in fact they do. You can see them right there. Okay. What I would like to have is the ability to attach some of these torches to like the walls instead of having them be like open right there on the ground. We've got a wooden door. All right, let's put in a door real fast. There we go. I don't know if they can chew their way in. I sincerely hope not. It looks like they don't have that ability, so hell yeah. I would like to have a stone floor. I'd really like to get this place fitted on out. It looks like we also have a forge that we can get our hands on. I think that's a really good idea. So let's get our little forge right there. Oh, look at that. It provides light. And then we can also have our carpenter's bench. Okay. What else do we have laying around? Like, what other things are an option? Is there like an anvil or anything else like that that we can deploy? I'm willing to bet that there probably is. We've got a settlement flag, but it's going to cost us 1,000 coins. It's going to cost us 10 iron bars. One of the other things I'd like to see for immersive purposes is when enemies get inside these little areas with the NPCs should fight them. This wizard guy should be like shooting fireballs or like battling or, you know, doing something to denote that he's not super cool with the fact that there's a ton of zombies all up inside of his house. I know that, like, if zombies were in my house and I had the ability to fire magical bolts at them, I would fire lots and lots of bolts. You would have to call me Michael Bolton because I'd be firing bolts left and right. I don't know if we're going to have enough materials to get the entire floor done. In fact, we're not. But it does look really, really good. I like the way that it looks. It looks pleasing. Oh, our health came back. So I guess that, like, while we relax inside, I wasn't even paying attention. I didn't even realize that we regenerated until just now. Yeah, that's a problem. The melee combat does actually feel pretty good, though. The way you get multiple bounces off of each enemy each time you stab with the spear is nice. It feels gratifying. It's got that same kind of bounce back that Terraria has. Terraria's combat does the same thing, where like when you hit an enemy, if it penetrates, you can score like multiple hits. And in my opinion, that always makes the combat feel very, very nice. Get rid of you. You drop anything? Nope. Nothing dropped. I am going to take out all these sheep, though, because you never know when you're going to need some of the wool. I'll probably take out a couple of cows, too. I bet they got leather. Wonder if they give us milk, or what do the cows give us? Yeah, there's 3 leathers right there. Very nice. All right, keep battling some of these zombies. We'll run them on out. I may actually put in, like, a palisade wall that goes around the entire settlement and just keeps... I walked right into an arrow. It stung my face oh so badly. Hey, we got another map fragment. I don't know what that does, but, I mean, they said if I combine 2 of them, we'll get a big map, so maybe the big map leads us to, like, buried treasure or something? Might be kind of cool. I need more rocks is what I really need, but I don't feel like fighting all these zombies right now. So from the workbench, it looks like we can actually make ourselves... This looks like it's mostly for cosmetics. Yeah, it looks like this is a little thing where we can make just like bathtubs and toilets and things like that to make our house look a little bit nicer. If we had 20 wool, we could make a bed, which would be really cool, because then we could like sleep maybe until morning and like bypass a little bit of time. Who knows? I don't know how the whole system works. We do have the forge over here, so I could make some copper bars. It looks like it's actually pretty pricey to do so, but maybe with 16 copper bars, we're able to like do something good. We need iron bars in order to open that on up. And then with the anvil, I'm willing to bet we'll be able to make our own gear. Looks like we can make wire too, so maybe it's possible. Yeah, there's AND gates, there's OR gates. Okay, so they've added on in all kinds of little programming things too as well, just in case you wanted to get live with your electrical engineering and really like mess around with your skills, creating like TI-83s and stuff like that. You could do that. I've never been the kind of guy that's been into those sorts of things, never really had the brain power for it. But you know, I don't lament the fact that the opportunity is inside the game. I always feel like the more diversified you can make your gameplay, the better. It doesn't really matter if every single player is going to use every single system in every single game. What matters is that there's something in every single game for every single person. That's where you really kind of hit on mass success. That's where games really, really blow up and take off, is when you manage to really balance those two things. Let's take this on up here. I'll grab a little bit more stone. Can I drink one of these speed potions, dude? Yeah, there we go. Ooh, it does make me a little bit faster. I like that. Like 5 minutes of being a little bit more speedy, I will definitely take it. Let's kill off cows wherever we find them for the leather. It looks like we have gathered... Where's my leathers at? We got a little bit of leather right there. We're going to need some more wool for our bed, so we got a place to rest our head. Honestly, I like sleeping on couches. It's kind of a weird thing that I don't think I've ever talked about with you guys. Couches make me fall asleep. I grew up sleeping on a couch. And so, like, it's just something weird and subconscious. Like, when I sleep in a bed, sometimes I get this weird feeling of just being, like, really uncomfortable and, like, really unable to get any sleep. And then I'll go out to, like, the living room and lay on the couch and I'll fall asleep, like, instantly. I think it has something to do with the fact that I slept on a couch for probably 6 or 7 years. From like the age of like maybe 12 to like 18 or 19, maybe even longer actually. I think I had a futon too, which I would fold up into a couch. I wouldn't even fold it down into a bed when I wanted to sleep. I would just like leave it up like a couch. Worm bait. Apparently we can increase our fishing power with it. I think we have enough wool now to where we can actively do the thing that we want to do, which is make a bed. And then we've got enough stone to where we can finish off our floor too. I don't really like that door graphic right there. That door graphic's kind of weird. Like, it looks like it's like basically there's like a secret wall inside of our base. I don't know. Let me do the bed. And so we got a bed now. There it is. It looks like we can set our spawn point. Okay. Where was the map at? Oh yeah, the blood bolt. Can I just like cast that? Like, what happens? Oh yeah, look, we've got like magic. Is there like any type of limiter on how often I can cast that? Because that's actually pretty sweet. Like, I thought for sure it would probably deduct from my health or something, like every time I cast it. But like, honestly, it seems to be doing whatever it does all by itself. Okay. We gotta go find some more iron ore. We don't really have much of a choice. If we can't get an anvil, we can't really get started with finishing off our house. So let's go down into the dungeon and see if we can lock in. Oh yeah, what's in here? Let's see here. We've got a local dungeon map. Okay, we've got a local village map, and we've got a settlement flag. Kind of save us a little bit of money. I dig it. Alright, so let's load up our map down here. I have my hopes that we'll be a little bit more successful in our adventuring now that we have a ranged weapon. 4 gold bars. Nice. Okay, let's put in a couple of torches down here. I'd like to be able to see before I dig myself in too deep. We've got a fishing potion. I'm going to assume that that makes me better at fishing. What is that, gold right there? Oh, it's iron. Nice. Okay, so iron has kind of like a goldish look to it. Good to know. Got an arrow right there. Ah, there's what we're looking for. There's that big iron, big iron. Alright, so let's get... Oh, that's gold ore. Never mind. I thought that was the iron. Apparently, it's a little bit more saturated. I thought one yellow ore was the same as the next yellow ore, but I guess there's variances in color. As we finish up the gold ore, I was kind of pondering what I wanted to do with it. Honestly, I think I'm going to try to make myself a solid gold Xbox. I think that's going to be my next crafting project, is can I make the solid gold Xbox? Yeah, he shoots the little blood bolt things that we're shooting too. I'm glad we picked that up. We got another bat wing right there. I'm kind of wondering if that's like rare loot that he doesn't drop like every single time. I'm going to say the vampire can do what he's going to do, but I'm going to try and corner trap him like your scumbag little cousin when you play Street Fighter 2. There we go. Just scumbag trap him, man. That's all you can do. If you're not good at the game, get him to the corner, spam buttons, and hope for the best. Will it work against a pro? Nope. But it'll definitely work against somebody that's like mid-level. Whew. There's a lot of bad guys down here. I don't know how I feel about any of this. Kind of walked right into that one, I guess. Yeah, I've kind of got a dead end coming. This dead end is going to be an issue. Especially since the bolts ricochet. We got a broken copper tool off of that guy. What do we use the broken copper tools and whatnot for? Do we use those for, say, crafting material? We can melt it down. Oh, nice. So I've got a broken iron tool, too. So maybe that might be a really good way for us to get a little bit more of the goodies around. I think we regenerate health a little bit, like, on our own. A battle potion. We got some coins over here. I am actually really, really liking kind of the item density and the variety of items that we seem to be finding inside of the dungeon. Like, while the game may not be much of a looker, the game does seem to have a level of content depth and things to work on that I'm sort of intrigued by. Let's go. Let me get my blood bolt back, and we'll see what we can accomplish here. It looks like they have like a minor like homing enchantment to them too. If I can just avoid getting smacked in the face for a few seconds, I think we regenerate. Broken iron tool right there too. So we got another map fragment as well. Where did that map fragment go? So map shows northwest of your location. Shows south of your location. Is there like a greater map? Oh, there is. There's like a greater map that I can whip out too. Okay. Let me get some of the goodies that are hidden inside these crates. Like, honestly, I'm really kind of enjoying the exploration of just like wandering around down here and trying to find the stuff that I need in order to get my job done. All right. I'll hit you with some magic. Oh no. I wonder if these respawn. That's a question that I have. It's like, I wonder if these respawn or if like once you've taken care of them, that area is more or less vetted as safe. I'm thinking they respawn because they're coming from like along the edges. And so I think they aggro and I think they respawn. Either way, we've got a little bit more iron ore to play around with, which I think will be good. And we've also got ourselves some gold ore. So let's go back up to the surface. We'll catch a little ride on that ladder over there. All right, let's forge it on up and see if we can't make ourselves slightly better gear while we wait. We've got iron bars right there. We can get those for broken iron tools. I think that's a really good come up. We've only got a little bit of ore left, so not a lot, but I'm hoping that we should be able to get ourselves done with like an anvil maybe. If we can get the anvil done with like this first big grip. Yeah, there we go. There you go, put in the anvil. Now what can I make? So we've got a copper chest plate. It takes 10 copper bars. Yeah, do that. There we go. We've got copper leggies. Copper helmet is worth a whole bunch, so we'll put that on right there. We've got a wood axe. We can make better tools too. Might not be a bad plan. Let's get the set done first so that we all match up here. And then it looks like we've got 17 copper bars left. So I can do a copper axe, and that means we can throw out the wood one. We can do a copper pickaxe, which means we can throw that out. I don't really care about the shovel. I do think it would be pretty cool to pick up like some kind of nunchucks. Oh man, they know what I like. They could tell that I'm a Michelangelo fan. All right, let's put down our settlement flag. We'll put that right there. And then I want it to be like a festive flag. All right. There we go. We'll make some like bonfires and whatnot around it to make it really stand out. I don't know if anybody's going to move in anytime soon. We should probably get to work like building new houses and stuff. But for now, I'm pretty happy with what we accomplished here today. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me at the Nerd Castle for another episode of Der Indie Games. I will see you all tomorrow with something hot and fresh off the indie skillet. If you don't know who I am or what I do, I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today, we were checking out Necesse, I guess is how it's pronounced maybe. It's an open world crafting survival game. If after watching this episode you wanted to get the game for yourself, there will be a link down below so that you can get access to the early access. On top of that, I also have a Discord channel where you guys can help me in my never-ending search for games and hang out with the rest of the Nerd Castle community. We're approaching... We're getting up there. We have a lot of members in that Discord now, and so there's obviously going to be lots of people you can meet up with, make friends with, hang out with. We have stream promotion areas. We have places where you can show off your art and all that kind of stuff. So definitely a fun community full of really, really rad people. I will see you all later. Thank you for being here. Hi, do, and take care, everybody.